guys, this is Kristen at Cooking in the County, and today I'm going to bring you a low-carb Mexican cornbread casserole. Now this week I'm doing all low-carb, low-sugar meals. Last video I did a Alfredo lasagna, which was amazing, and today I'm going to bring you a Mexican cornbread casserole, low-carb, low-sugar. So here's a list of ingredients you're going to need to make this cornbread casserole.
You're going to need 2 pounds of ground beef, half of an onion, 2 taco packages, 1 cup of salsa or a can of rotelle, 4 eggs, 1 cup of heavy cream, half a cup of butter, 1 cup of coconut flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar replacement, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, and 1 teaspoon of corn extract if you can find it.
Okay, first thing we're going to do to put the casserole together is we're going to fry 2 pounds of hamburger with a half a chopped up onion. And all we're going to do to this is add 2 packets of the taco seasoning and make it just like how the box says, add the water. So 2 pounds of hamburger, half an onion, and 2 taco seasoning packets. And as soon as this is done, I'll bring you back and whip this cornbread casserole together. All right, our hamburger, our taco meat is all cooked up. 2 pounds of hamburger, 2 packages of taco meat, and a half an onion. To this, we are adding 1 10-ounce can of the rotelle. It has the diced tomatoes and green chilies. Okay. I shut the heat off. Heat's off. We're just throwing this in here. Okay, so our mixture is done. So the next thing we have to do is make our low-carb cornbread. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over here and make our cornbread. Okay, now it's time to make our low-carb cornbread, okay? First thing we're going to add is some coconut flour, 1 cup of coconut flour. We're gonna add all of this to our stand mixer and mix it all at once. Okay. We need 1 cup of heavy cream. We will need 1 stick of butter softened, 4 eggs, and I always like to crack them in another container just to be safe. So I'll just crack them in my measure cup here. We'll add that to our mixture. Now we're going to add just a smidge of sweetness. So I'm using the Swerve granulated. I'm just going to add a pinch of it. This is a teaspoon, and I'm just going to a little bit, probably 1/4 teaspoon, just to give it a little sweetness. And we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, now this may seem strange, but we need to get that corn flavor in the cornbread, right? Well, the recipe that I found called for corn extract. Now, I live in northern Maine. There's no such thing as corn extract in our grocery stores. So I am taking one of these little microwavable corn little cups, and I'm gonna take 1/4 of the liquid, not the corn, just the liquid of it, to give us that corn flavor in our cornbread. Now there shouldn't be too many added more carbs to that just by this liquid. Now if that bothers you, then don't add it, just add a little extra more cream, okay? So 1/4 corn juice, not the corn. And we are going to whip this up until it's all well and combined. Take just a few minutes. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt too. Just a little bit. Okay, looks like cornbread. Okay, we're gonna spray a 9x13 pan. And we're going to add 1/3 of this cornbread mixture to the bottom, a real thin layer on the bottom, okay? And I think it's gonna be a little bit hard to spread, but we can do it. I think I'm gonna use my hands. I think it would work the best. Really thin layer. I always try to kind of start around the edges and we can fill in the middle. Squish it around. Now, honestly, this is not going to be your southern cornbread, okay? But geez, if you're doing low carb or you have to be doing low carb, this is really going to be a great alternative. You feel like you have a little treat, a little something different. Like I said, I don't know how keto this is because keto has so many rules, but it's definitely low carb, definitely low sugar. And this will feed your whole family, and I really don't think they're going to know the difference. Okay, I think I got this pretty good thin layer. I'll show you here in just a second. Pretty thin. It's good. Okay. So we're going to add our mixture. All of the mixture on the top. Pretty simple mixture. Just a couple pounds of hamburger with your taco seasoning. Just spread that. This. Nice and even. Now we're gonna add, I've shredded some cheese. This is 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. You use as much as you want of your cheese. We gotta save some for the top, but fill in all of this. I want some to be melty on the top too, okay? And then we're just going to add the rest of this to the top of the casserole. I'm thinking just little bits like this is probably gonna be the best way to get it all flattened on here. Now, it's your family, you can use your hands. It's okay to use your hands if you're cooking for your family. The edge, just to make sure all the edges get covered. Now, I typically don't like working with coconut flour. I usually like working with almond flour more, but I think for this cornbread, it really needs the texture of the coconut flour. So I really don't think it could be replaced with almond flour. Okay, now I'm just gonna try to fill it all in the best we can. It's not one of the easiest things to spread. We'll just try to fill it in the best we can to get most of the hamburger covered. And preheat your oven to 425. My oven just beeped at me. Okay, I'm just gonna flat it down a little bit just so it covers it. It's gonna puff up, it's gonna bake up. It's got some of that baking powder in it, baking soda in it, so. Okay, we're gonna bake this at 425, covered for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna uncover it and cook it for another 15 minutes. Now, I like to spray my tinfoil with a little pan spray, then flip it over because I'm always afraid my cheese is going to melt. So bake it 425, 15 minutes covered, take it off another 15 minutes. Okay guys, our casserole is done and it's been resting for about 15 minutes. So we're gonna cut into it, test it out. It smells amazing. Looks like cornbread. Has the texture of cornbread. Okay, I need a better spatula here. Actually get it. Side. Looks yummy to me. It's hot. Okay, let's test it. Tastes wonderful to me. The cornbread really doesn't have a corny taste, which we can't think, we should know why because it's really not real cornbread, but it really has the same texture as cornbread. Another great recipe, guys. Hope you try it. I hope you love it, and as always, click the like and subscribe and the little bell button so you know every single time I post a video, and give me a big fat thumbs up if you like my videos. Thanks guys.